Unpack this with Jane Madgwick, who is the Chief Executive Officer at Wetlands International. She's joining us from Wageningen in the Netherlands. Jane, thank you so much for your time on this news hour. I'd like to understand, why are wetlands disappearing 3 times faster than forests? Because the disappearance of land like forests is something we read about and hear about all the time, but the wetlands not so much in the news.
Yes, that's right. And well, we've puzzled in Wetlands International why wetlands have been so overlooked, given that they are so valuable to people, as has just been explained. You know, the loss of more than 90% of wetlands in the world is really a root cause of the reason why we are having so many more floods and droughts, more extreme varieties of those, and also fires in every continent, and also the lack of water that the loss of wetlands is causing is resulting in social tensions increasingly. So, but there is really still a lack of awareness and really valuing the wetlands that remain. And now, of course, there's a big push also in cities to bring back the wetlands, because they are part of the solution to make these a more vibrant, healthy living space.
And these are living spaces that we need to literally survive as human beings. How do we then preserve and save the wetlands at a large scale, not at the scale that clearly we're not doing a good job of at the moment?
Yes, it's a lot more difficult to restore wetlands than it is to destroy them. And but there is a lot of expertise and a lot of experience around the world, and positive changes can come pretty quickly if they're approached in the right way. And that's really the secret of restoring wetlands, is that you have to see them as part of the whole landscape. So you have to take the big picture, and it does require, you know, the local people working together with the government and the private sector. It sometimes requires re-engineering of the landscape to allow the wetlands to recover in a way that's balanced with land for producing food, for example, aquaculture and agriculture. So it requires a whole landscape vision, and for everyone in that landscape to be on board with working towards that kind of future. But there are good examples around the world.
And what are some of those examples?
Well, for example, we worked in Indonesia in a very extreme situation in North Java coast, where the mangrove belt had been lost, and more than 70,000 people in one stretch were in danger of losing their land, their homes, their livelihoods. Everything had been tried to protect them. But we came in with a big team of specialists from all different disciplines and worked with the local people to understand why the mangroves had gone, and therefore how to re-engineer and allow conditions for the mangroves to come back. And now there's a big green belt there protecting the land, and mangroves have been built into the aquaculture ponds. Actually, it's a much more productive land system than was before. So it's about bringing together design on the whole landscapes and really understanding why the system has changed and the ecology and the hydrology of the situation.
And hopefully this will be able to be done in other parts of the world that's so desperately needed. Jane, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.